Hey everyone, it's Lauren Toyota from Hopper Food, and today we're doing another recipe. Now, I was just standing here having some toast and some coffee, the way I usually do most mornings, making coffee in my French press. And then I had this impulsive, random thought that I should make a coffee cake today. I've never baked before in the recipe series, so this could be a really good challenge. I've never made coffee cake either, and so I feel like I should really follow that gut instinct. So I already have my inspiration for today's recipe, but I don't really know what I have in the kitchen. I'm pretty sure I have most of the baking supplies, but we might need to make some substitutes here and there. So I think this is gonna be a good one. Hopefully it turns into something delicious, hopefully. So let's give it a go. All right, so here's where I keep most of the flour and the sugar and things like that. So we're good for brown sugar, which a coffee cake is made of brown sugar. We've got whole wheat flour, and I know I have some all-purpose flour. Yes, we have both kinds of flour here. We're gonna need baking powder and baking soda, which actually, do I even have baking soda? Yes. We're gonna need coconut oil. So we've got unsweetened coconut yogurt. I also have almond milk with a little bit of vanilla in it. So these are pretty much all the ingredients we need to bake a cake. You know, a fat, baking soda, baking powder, flour, sugar, and spices. We're gonna use cinnamon. I used to eat coffee cake like, I don't know, growing up I'd go to my grandma's house and there'd be like a coffee cake from the store and I would eat it. And so I have this like memory of it just being this like sugary brown cake, but I think adding in the coffee will help. When it comes to baking, I wouldn't say I'm a master baker. Basically what I do when I decide to bake something is I use those recipes that exist already as a basis. And I think, well, how much did that make? And do I need the same amount now? And I just slightly adjust the amounts of liquid and dry ingredients. And then if I need it to be more moist or more dry or whatever, I kind of just feel it out as I go. So I have looked up my existing cake recipes and we're gonna use similar amounts, but I am just gonna make this up as we go. So I'm gonna use all-purpose flour and whole wheat flour. I don't have that much all-purpose, so I'm gonna do 2 cups of all-purpose and half a cup of whole wheat, because it will make it more moist if I don't use too much whole wheat flour. So I need 1 teaspoon of baking soda and baking powder. We need salt. Yeah, about half a teaspoon of salt. I've got the oven preheating to 350. We're gonna add lots of cinnamon to this, so maybe 1 teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoons. To get a proper cake as well, you can't use all brown sugar because I think it will burn too quickly in the cake. So you have to use granulated and brown sugar. So I'm gonna take half a cup of granulated sugar and half a cup of brown sugar. And yes, my sugars are vegan. I don't know about where you live, but where we live, the Canadian Sugar Company does not process its sugar with bone char or whatever, so we're safe. Okay, so to get this crumbly, we're gonna add coconut oil. Have it be kind of solid like this so you can crumble it together, not like a melted liquid. And then we're gonna kind of cut that into the mixture. So pastry blender, you could just cut it in like this to get it a crumble. And if we need to add more, we will. It'll start to melt once you use your hands, and that's okay. You just wanna start getting some crumbs like this. I think we need a lot more oil, actually. So I hardly have any coconut oil left. We used about 3/4 of a cup. I'm really just scraping the barrel here. So this is funny. This really is baking with what you have because I didn't have enough stuff. We're gonna need more sugar for sure. As I'm mixing this together, I can tell. So far I've got half a cup of brown and half a cup of white. We're gonna add another half a cup of brown. It's smelling quite good. Okay, so our crumb mixture is good. You don't want to overmix. Let's reserve quite a bit of this for the top, about 1.25 cups. Okay, we're gonna do 1 cup of this almond milk. So a little baking trick is that you need some acidity to react with the baking soda and baking powder. So you add a teaspoon of that to the almond milk, whisk it together. You don't taste that vinegar at all, but it helps the cake rise. All right, now we're gonna add vanilla extract. I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons. Okay, so now we're gonna add coffee. I think I'm doing 1/4 cup, but I might do half of a cup. Okay. And now our coconut yogurt is kind of like our egg substitute. So I'm gonna use 1/3 cup of that. So if there's any like trained chefs out there watching, I apologize because this probably looks like a hot mess, but I'm telling you, it's gonna work. Okay, so one thing you wanna do when you're making this up, as I am, you might wanna taste this, make sure it's sweet enough. I would say because I could eat that on its own, it's probably good. And then we wanna taste this and just make sure it's coffee-like enough. Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna mix them together. Let's hope this is the right amounts. And now you're gonna fold this. Do not overmix it. That is the key to baking. Just fold it. So it's just combined, and then we're gonna put it in our pan. I'm using a spring-form pan. I think it'll be easy enough to get the cake out of this. And the last amount of coconut oil I have, I'm just gonna grease the sides. I just don't want this to stick. This may be unnecessary, seeing as it's a non-stick pan, but I'm not risking it. I don't know why, but I just want to add a little more cinnamon to this. I just want to make sure it's cinnamony enough. So that's probably another 1/2 teaspoon. Just fold it into the crumb. And now we'll add this on top. Okay, my friends, we are going in the oven. I think it's good, but I'm slightly worried that the crumb top is not oily enough. Okay, who cares? Let's go. 350. Oh, a moth just flew out of there. Why would a moth fly out of the oven? It's smelling good. Oh, it's set. Definitely not cooked. Okay. It's jiggling when I pull it out. I'm literally calling upon a higher power to help this cake bake because I just don't want to waste my time here today. It's been in there for 40 minutes. It's actually looking quite delicious. So this is the trick. You put in a toothpick, and if any batter comes out, it's not ready. So I would say this is not ready because it is a little jelly-like. But it's cooking. It just might take a while. Vegan baking isn't the same as regular baking. So, little buddy. Ugh, why is it jiggling? All right, 60 to 70 minutes, and I think we're good. I've been keeping my eye on it. Now we definitely need to let it cool. Let's just do one more toothpick test. Yes, we are good. I feel like my crumb topping is too floury, but anyway, we're gonna make a frosting for this, a really simple powdered sugar, a little bit of water, a little bit of vanilla, and just drizzle it, and that's it. So this is about a cup of icing sugar I have in my container, but let's just start with 1/2 cup. We'll just add about 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, which is also all I have left. Let's just start with a tablespoon. Tastes like coffee cake to me, guys. It's very moist. It's a similar consistency to my apple spice cake. The crumb topping is very nice. Adding more sugar helped actually a lot. What's not totally coming through is the coffee taste, so that's minor. It still goes well with coffee. I guess you could just drink your coffee with it. It's very good. It's a very good cake. You could serve this at a party or a coffee party or something. And no one would bat their eyes. I just wonder, in order to get more of a coffee flavor, maybe we should have added instant coffee granules. make it stronger? Or could we have just done all coffee and no almond milk? I mean, I like it. As you can see, I've already eaten half the piece. Okay, well anyways, serve this with coffee or tea. It's delicious. And I would say this is probably exactly what a coffee cake is supposed to be like from what I remember. This reminds me of the ones I would eat from the grocery store bakery at my grandma's house. Well, I would say that was a successful recipe and the first time I've ever baked for one of these in the series. And it always made me afraid to bake because it's so unpredictable. Anyone who's gone to school for it probably would know, oh yes, this would take, you know, whatever amount of time to bake thoroughly. But it's also trickier sometimes with vegan recipes because this would have probably not taken as long if there was eggs in it, I would guess. Go ahead and try it. I'll link the recipe below and tell me what you think. Give me your reviews. I hope you've been inspired anyways to even try baking in your kitchen. Even if you don't know what you're doing, you can probably figure it out. A little bit of trial and error. So if anything, these are meant to just inspire you, get you in the kitchen using what you've got on hand and making delicious vegan food. I'll see you guys next Wednesday here on Hot for Food. Subscribe if you like what you see. Share your pictures of all the stuff you're making from Hot for Food and hotforfoodblog.com on social media with @HotForFood or #HotForFood. And happy cooking, happy baking. I'm gonna devour this piece of cake and this cup of coffee and have myself a good old day. Bye.